Hi students, I've noticed that a lot of you are still struggling to go from standard form to slope-intercept form. Slope-intercept form is where m is your slope and b is your y-intercept. And I know it's hard to associate m and b with these numbers, but basically what it's saying is you need y by itself, you need the x term just to the right of the equal sign, and you need a number out here by itself. This is your slope, this is your y-intercept. And the way we do that is the first thing we do is that we know we need to move this entire 3x, and the way we do it is we subtract this one because this 3x is a positive. So if we do the opposite, which is minus 3x, it will turn to 0 over here, and then we have it, if we rewrite this, then we have it to the right of the equal sign, which is where we want it. After that, what we need is we still want y by itself, and we're not quite there because we have a 2 in front of it. Well, this 3x was a positive, was adding to this plus 2y, and this 2 is multiplying to this plus 2y, so we do the opposite. And so we've got y equals negative 3 halves x plus 2. We simplify, and then we've got a slope-intercept form, and we've got the slope, which is negative 3 halves, and we have the y-intercept, which is 2. So that's how to do it, and we're going to keep running through some different examples with different signs, so we can try to look at all of the different things we might run across. We still want this 3x term to be on this side of the equal sign, and the way we can do it is we can add 3x here and add 3x here. This goes away, and we've got 6y equals 3x plus 12. We're very close to the form we want, but we've got this 6. And so now we can, that 3 over 6 does reduce to 1/2 x, and that reduces to 2. And now we've got, again, something that's in y equals form. Let's try another one. This time, only the y term is negative. So we've got this 3x that we want to move, and we do the opposite. Just so you know, this 8 is positive, so that's why it's a plus 8. Let's divide everything by negative 4. And then we've got y equals 3/4 x minus 2. This has two negatives that are dividing, so it gives us a positive. This has a positive and a negative, so it changes to a negative. On this example, I put in more negatives so that we would have to deal with them. Same thing, we've got to do the opposite of whatever that x term is telling us. And then we don't want a negative y, we want a positive y. And what we need to see is there's a negative 1 in front of it. So we divide everything by a negative 1. Okay. The goal is that you start to find patterns that you can use to help in your decision-making process. So let me show you what it is, what the pattern is I'm wanting you to find. So let's do it one more time. I don't know, 3x minus 6y equals 18. What I want you to see is that whatever it is here, and it's positive, when we move it over, it changes its value. If it's a positive 3x here, it has the opposite value on the opposite side. And we've circled the whole term. We've made an arrow to where we want it to go. And then we're going to, sorry, you can't see the whole thing. And then we're going to divide by 6. So what I want you to tell yourself over and over and over is you move the x term and you change the sign, and you divide by the number in front of the y. And you say that over and over. Move the x term. It's positive here. Change the sign. It's negative on the other side. Divide by the number in front of the y. And you have to tell yourself that over and over. If you're struggling at home with this, please let your parents know and see if they can help you. See if you guys can create problems and go over them together. If you want extra help, you can email me or tell me in school, and I can probably find a worksheet that you can take. But this is a skill that we really, really need to work on. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.